Hello friends, in this session I'll show you the whole AWS IoT setup. So I have Raspberry Pi with me, hardware. So on that I have installed Raspbian. So you can search for Noobs like NOOBS on Google, and then you can find a zip file, and you have to just put your SD card in your laptop, and then you can use Win32 imager, and you can write the image over it, and when you will put in the slot of Raspberry Pi device and boot, it will get installed. So there is one more video in my channel regarding that. So you have to first log into AWS management console here to connect your IoT SDK with Raspberry and AWS management console. So you should have internet connection first of all, and then log in with AWS management console, and then go to AWS IoT things, and then you will see a create button. From there you have to just click on create and start creating device and fill the information as I am filling this. So this will be helpful when you have Raspberry device in your home or organization and you want to monitor the data from like any part of the world. So you have your mobile phone, and from there you can log into AWS management console and you can see a lot of data. Like what I am doing is I have integrated some sensors in Raspberry Pi device, and I am executing some programs from Python SDK, and those programs are getting the output and sending to this AWS console from MQTT protocol. So you should be having subscriber and publisher, so that is given by AWS Amazon. So there should be one broker. So one architecture diagram is there. From there you will come to know that how that communication is happening. So sensors will be sending the data to the publisher, and it will put on AWS console. Subscriber will help in subscribing to what type of messages you want to provide. So this is the version. So like you can see the document, all the information is there. So basically shadow document is used to get the output from the Raspberry Pi device. So you have to create the certificates so that the communication will happen from like using MQTT protocol. So MQTT protocol is lightweight protocol which is used in like IoT devices. So if you run Apache web server, then it will have some overload. So you have to create a directory in, so I log in from my terminal to Raspberry Pi device, and I'll create a directory called Raspberry Pi test. You can create any directory like Raspberry RPI IoT. I have created a directory like that, and inside that directory I'll create demo cert, and I'll also clone the whole AWS IoT SDK, Python SDK basically inside that main directory. So I'll just use SCP to transfer files from this Ubuntu machine to Raspberry Pi device, and I have to rename these files actually. So I have created RPI AWS. Inside that only I have created this demo cert. So I have to transfer all the certificates to this demo cert directory. This is already, I have created one policy. So in the left hand pan you will see the option to create the policy. So policies are getting created. This is Raspberry Pi device. I have logged in there. I'm running this setup. just creating a directory called demo1 for the simplicity. So I'm just seeing the previous structure. So this I have created a new demo1 is a new directory. So publisher.py, I am already having this file in my previous setups. So this setup I am doing it for presentation purpose. just copying the publisher.py to get to run it from demo 1. So after running this, it should get published to the AWS IoT console. So this is my newly created. Then go to shadow. So here we have a JSON format, so that publisher.py is publishing in the JSON format, and you are able to see all the commands, and these are the endpoint security details. From my publisher.py I can execute any sensor program which is collecting the data, and then I can put that in shadow, so wherever you are in the world you can see that from your mobile. So without accessing directly your Raspberry Pi device or IoT device, you will be able to see what that device is doing. It can manage your energy, electricity, and refrigerator power, LPG leakage, everything you can manage and get the alerts. So the same publisher.py I have executed, and then we are able to see test 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 9 9 0 1 2 from that, and the same message I am getting in the console. I'm just putting some sensor data here which I'm collecting from the sensors. So I'm getting the sensor data here from my Raspberry Pi device in the console. is the file. From this file I am getting the sense I am first putting from the sensor to this file, and then in publisher.py I am accessing this file and sending it to JSON format with MQTT protocol to AWS device. Thanks friends, thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe and also share it to spread the knowledge. Spreading knowledge is always good. Thanks again. And I'll also show, like, I'll log in from mobile and I'll show how convenient it is to access your IoT console and see the sensor messages. Okay friends, thanks again for watching. Hello friends, in this session I'll show you the whole AWS IoT setup. So I have Raspberry Pi with me, hardware. So on that I have installed Raspbian. So you can search for Noobs, like NOOBS, on Google, and then you can find a zip file, and you have to just put your SD card in your laptop, and then you can use Win32 imager and you can write the image over it, and when you will put in the slot of Raspberry Pi device and boot, it will get installed. So there is one more video in my channel regarding that. So you have to first log into AWS management console here to connect your IoT SDK with Raspberry and AWS management console. So you should have internet connection first of all, and then